items, and JetBlue can provide those new items. JetBlue is building over 200 bikes in all of our tech ops cities across the country. JetBlue for Good is framed around crew members giving back, and this day is a perfect example how crew members all across the system can give back to kids in foster care.
We decided this year to put tags on the bikes that say what technician built them and where they built them at. So we hope that they'll understand that this is coming from our heart straight to theirs. I definitely would like to thank our partners, Together We Rise, JetBlue for Good, and all the Tech Ops crew members who helped today.
Hi, my name is Karen Roa. I'm the General Manager for Tech Standards and Crew Member Engagement. We are here today to celebrate Charles Taylor Day, and one of the things that we pride ourselves is in making sure that we give back to the community. So we're not only are we celebrating our crew members, but we're giving back by building these bikes.
Hello, my name is Ray Lotoir. I'm an aircraft maintenance technician here at JetBlue Airways. We built these bikes especially today for children in foster care. We used our own tools that we use on aircraft. Even though we work on these amazing airplanes, it felt really interesting and kind of fun to build something as cool as a bike.
We're here at Toyota's Sales and Marketing Headquarters in Torrance, California. I'm Rhonda Glasscock. I'm one of the managers in the Social Impact Group with Toyota. And we just had an event to build bikes for children in foster care with Together We Rise. We had so many employees engaged in this. They just came out by the dozens, and we built 150 bikes. I was so jazzed, and I didn't want to leave. And I think that was the feeling of most employees who were there. The folks who came out to work on the bikes were so excited to be doing this. I think just building something that they know goes to a child who's really going to appreciate it made such a difference. And to be involved with organizations like Together We Rise, it's just so rewarding for all of us. It was so heartwarming and so festive. And the Together We Rise staff came in and made it easy for us. When we do it again, who knows how many bikes we'll build next time.
My name is Amy K. Taylor, and I'm with the Toyota Financial Services Community Relations team. At Toyota Financial Services, we see the needs of foster youth in our community. Over the last 2 days, we built 200 bicycles and then packed suitcases as well as birthday boxes for foster youth and kits for college students as well. On behalf of Toyota Financial Services Community Relations, I would like to thank all of the Toyota team members and the great supporting staff from Together We Rise that made this event possible.
Hello, my name is Gianna, and I'm the Executive Director at Together We Rise. We're here in Plano, Texas at the Toyota headquarters making 2,000 suitcases and 200 bicycles for children in foster care. Here at Toyota, they had a really special way of putting the bikes together. They're all about quality and assurance, so they had their own assembly line going. Each station would have a different part of the bike, and they would just pass the bike along. It was really cool to see. It's really important for kids in foster care to receive things like our suitcases and the bicycles to remind them that they matter and that someone is thinking about them and cares for them out there. Toyota put extra love into every suitcase they built and every bike they built, and I hope these kids will feel it.
Hello, OCTLA friends. I just wanted to say thank you so much on behalf of my team and the children you're helping inside the foster care system. Tonight, all the proceeds will go to programs helping improve the foster care system. From reuniting siblings who've been separated in placements for a day at Disneyland, to helping kids aging out go to college by tuition support, textbooks, and dorm supplies. From my team to yours, we can't thank you enough. Now take a look inside Together We Rise.
Hi, today we're at Disneyland and today is really fun. I love it today. We went on the Thunder Mountain with my sister Haley and my buddy Christian. I love Disneyland!
We just have one more thing to tell you. You guys have already all been accepted into the program and will receive the $90,000 scholarship for the next 5 years.
I've just been through so much in my life. For someone to finally believe in me.
Hey guys, I'm Bianca Peters. We're here with Together We Rise, an incredible event here at the Four Seasons in Orlando. We partnered with MetLife. We made 200 sweet cases, 100 birthday boxes for those kids in local foster care. They go into foster care receiving trash bags. That's where their belongings go to. And we wanted to fix that. We're giving them duffel bags, including a blanket, dental hygiene packets, coloring books, crayons, teddy bear. Why the birthday boxes are also so important, it's a celebration of their birthday, and it comes with everything that you need in a box, just so that they can just be reminded that they're special, that they're loved, and that their birthday is something to be celebrated. We're so glad that we're able to partner with someone like MetLife, and the fact that they brought so many employees and staff down, including their families, it's just something that we're incredibly thankful for.
My name is Alex Ruggiero. I'm a corporate citizenship specialist at AIG. Today we assembled 25 bikes and packed 50 speed cases. I think it's important for kids in foster care to receive these items because it shows that people are thinking about them and people really care. And I think the opportunity to have some of these materials and go into their new experience knowing that people are out there thinking about them is really important and meaningful. I think fun events like this are really important for our company culture because it gives our volunteers the opportunity to come together, wear AIG t-shirts, work together in teams to accomplish a goal, and at the end of the day, be really proud of the work that they're doing for us as a company and for the community as a whole.
I'm Karen Cower, Global Head of General Insurance Production Management Organization. Today we're building bikes for children at foster care. Such great camaraderie across the board. People were having fun, they were helping each other out, great team building exercise. I think we need to just continue these, engagement exercises. I think we can do that. We don't always need to bring the whole entire world together, but I think individually there are a lot of things that we can do in terms of our own team building.
Hello, my name is Joseph Chamness. I'm an incoming investment analyst at AIG. This week we're here for the AIG Global Summit. Today we partnered with Together We Rise to put together gift boxes for foster children. My favorite part of today was putting together the box and picking which superpower the child would receive. Today, the superhero box included fun things like a cape, a mask, pencil sharpeners, erasers, stickers, and many other great items. I'm really happy to be a part of a company like AIG where you have many great opportunities to give back to great organizations like Together We Rise.
Hi, my name is Liz Newell. I'm a program manager on the leadership development team at AIG. Today we partnered with Together We Rise to put together and build birthday boxes for foster children. Giving back to the community is certainly a staple for AIG and one of our core values. And our team is so happy to be able to give our participants the chance to be a part of something like this while they're here with us in New York. I want to thank everyone from Together We Rise and certainly thank all of our participants in the AIG Insurance Academy who spent the afternoon putting together these wonderful boxes.
Hi, my name is Meredith Roberts. I'm the General Manager of Disney Toon Studios here in Glendale. Today we had an event with Together We Rise where we built 25 bikes for foster kids. My favorite part of today was just seeing everyone concentrate, hunched over bikes, even though they're not mechanical engineers, and really trying hard to build these together. We heard today that there were 45 kids with a group home that was ill-equipped for them for Christmas. The timing worked out that we were doing this event and could at least provide 25 bikes. We really believe that the Disney content we make should touch everyone's life. We're getting to help people who are in crisis, and we can tangibly touch their life by giving them a bike that's very meaningful to us and to the studio population. I'd love to thank the group Together We Rise for introducing us to your programs and for all the good work you do. I think it's amazing. I think it's been very impactful to our studio, people asking if we can do this again. Hopefully we made a difference in a child's life today.
Hi, I'm Gianna, and I'm the Executive Director at Together We Rise. Today we're in Glendale, California at the Grand Terminal celebrating Disney's volunteers. Today we're making birthday boxes to help children in foster care celebrate their birthday. They often go times without a birthday cake or a party of their own. So today they're assembling boxes to help them celebrate. Today, we're also making superhero boxes. Kids in foster care often suffer from anxiety and low self-esteem. The superhero boxes help them feel strong and empowered and like they can accomplish anything. From my team at Together We Rise, we just want to thank Disney and your volunteers so much for including us on this special day. It was fun to see everyone come together and make such a big impact.
Schwinn is here today to partner with Together We Rise to donate over 60 bicycles to children in foster care in the California area.
Providing children in foster care with a bicycle is extremely important. It's a very turbulent time for them, but giving them a sense of ownership and independence that comes along with having your first bicycle is a magical moment and a memory that they'll cherish forever.
My favorite moment today was when the kids first came in and got to see the wide variety of bikes that were available for them to be able to pick to build. And then once they put that bike together, they were able to take that bike out, and we had courses for them to be able to ride on and experience the bike and take their first pedal strokes. Just so many terrific moments today.
From my team at Together We Rise, we just really want to thank our partners at Schwinn for making this event happen. We just can't thank you enough for, joining us in our mission and realizing we can all make a difference in the life of a child.
My name is Jasmine Rivera. I am the marketing director at the Chick-fil-A Brea Plaza. Today was our first serve Sunday. We brought the whole team, and basically we took time out of our day, our Sunday, to come together and work on a cause that's greater than just what we do every day in the restaurant. The reason why we chose Sweet Cases is because it was really heartbreaking knowing that foster kids get like these black plastic trash bags as opposed to an actual bag for when they transition. So I felt if we could do something that could, make that transition easier for them, I thought that was something that I could bring to my team to feel, part of something bigger than just themselves. So what goes inside of Sweet Cases is a little stuffed bear, a blanket, toiletries, and a coloring book and some crayons. Those are things that a child would need to transition. It just makes it a lot easier for them. My favorite part of today was actually to see the whole team come in, to see so many people, take time out of their Sundays and how excited everybody was. That was probably the best part.
Could you please do the happy kid? Yeah. Is everybody happy? Yeah! H-A-P-P-Y!
Hi, my name is Christy Hartman. I'm the owner-operator of the Chick-fil-A in Brea, California. Today we're here to build bikes, skateboards, and Sweet Cases for kids in foster care. We have 6 Chick-fil-A locations here today and over 100 team members. Truett Cathy, our founder of Chick-fil-A, philosophy was always more about helping the community than it was to serve chicken. And it's really the reason why I became a Chick-fil-A operator, is to be able to have an impact in the community the way that we've been able to do that this last year.
Hi, my name is Gianna Dahlia, and I'm the Executive Director at Together We Rise. So Chick-fil-A is putting together 100 Sweet Cases, which is a blue duffel bag filled with basic essentials such as a blanket and hygiene kit. So when children enter foster care, they don't have to do so with a trash bag or nothing at all. We're also going to be completing 60 bicycles today. Bicycles are a huge, huge, huge thing for teens in foster care, so they can do things their peers are doing or go visit their sister or brother living in a different foster placement. We're also putting skateboards together. A lot of times kids are shuffled from school to school, and fitting in with their peers is hard. So skateboards are kind of that icebreaker to help them relocate school districts or break into new friend groups. From everyone at Together We Rise, we just want to thank Chick-fil-A so much for not only raising money for us, but spreading awareness about the foster care community and what these kids are going through, as well as taking their day off on this Sunday to come together and help over 100 kids in their local communities. So from my team to yours, we just want to thank you so much for making this happen.
From day one, I mean, it's the first thing that touches their skin.
It was pink and blue, and I slept with it like every night, and I always carried it around with me.
Like something about like the smell of it, I feel like was extremely comforting to me.
It was just always there. If I was like sad, I would kind of just like cuddle up with it. Just be fine after that.
Today we came out to the Delwood Barn to put together sweet cases with Together We Rise.
Well, we decorated the bags to add a little personal touch.
A lot of laughs.
Yeah.
I just liked working with my friends to like help people.
Everyone got to come together and actually write personal notes to put in the bags, so that was really special.
So hopefully the kids receiving the bags feel connected to the people that cared about them and that spent the time needed to do something special for them. All the Feels has a mission to provide warmth to others, and to be able to donate almost 20,000 blankets and have those go out in the sweet cases and know that the kids are able to open up and have a blanket of their very own and something to provide that physical warmth, but hopefully the emotional warmth as well, was really exciting for us to be a part of. There's an opportunity out there that exists around every corner to help someone else.
What's up? I'm Nick for the Find Your Grind Foundation, and we are here in Los Angeles, California, building bikes for the local community.
We are collaborating with Together We Rise to give back to the community, especially to young foster kids out there.
First time building bikes. We've successfully built about 20 bikes in 2 hours, so success in my book.
I love just seeing the finished bikes. It's a cool sense of accomplishment.
It was actually a little bit more difficult than I thought. I thought it was going to be a lot easier.
We've been super excited about doing this for a long time. For me, I loved my bike growing up, and the kids that we're talking about here that Together We Rise helps, most of them probably don't have bikes.
I was really blessed enough to have somebody in my life to actually buy me a bike. They don't even have an opportunity to even buy a bike themselves or even have somebody to buy it for them. It's just really saddening.
I remember having a bicycle as a kid. It was like one of the best things ever. So hopefully we can give that opportunity to some kids here.
I see the shadow, but I'm still holding on. Show me the way home. You are my
I want to thank everyone on our staff and on our team with Milky Agency and Stars Enterprises for coming out today, building these bikes, putting in the hustle, the sweat, the tears, the blood, the glory, and making it happen.
Can't let you go. No.
Hi, I'm Brooke Park. I'm the Charitable Events Planner for In-N-Out Burger. Today we brought out our associates from the local Southern California area. Associates got to bring guests and some of their children. They were all really excited to be here. We put together a bunch of duffel bags, and we also built a few bikes and skateboards. I think that it's really great that we can provide some kind of security for kids that are going through a really tough time. I think that's really important.
My name is Gianna, and I'm the Executive Director at Together We Rise. Today, we're here in Santa Barbara working with Netflix to decorate sweet cases for kids in foster care. Netflix will be putting together 100 sweet cases. That means 100 kids in foster care will enter the system with a brand new duffel bag filled with comfort items such as a brand new teddy bear and blanket. This helps them transition in a very traumatic time. Kids usually enter the system with 2 trash bags, so these sweet cases will really help them transition from placement to placement. It is really important that teams like Netflix come together to do these types of things to help out children in their community. We know that not everyone can be a foster parent, but people can put together a duffel bag filled with basic essentials to make them feel comfort in their time of need.
My name is Ava Goldson. I work at HBO in corporate social responsibility.
My name is Taylor, and I'm in 2nd grade.
Today was our annual Bring Your Kid to Work Day.
I'm at HBO today because my grandma works here.
We partnered with Together We Rise with about 20 kids.
My name is John, and I'm in 1st grade.
And they had an opportunity to assemble 60 sweet cases. Kids put
teddy bears, blankets, coloring books, crayons, and a toothbrush. My favorite part was the teddy bear.
They also decorated the outside of the cases just to make them more personalized.
On my first, I made a rainbow. And you do not feel left out because kids at foster care might feel a little left out.
Knowing how often foster youth are transporting their belongings from one home to another, and it takes place in a trash bag, which is very impersonal. That was a very important piece for them to learn today, that they're creating a safe space for these kids to put their belongings and they're able to personalize it. I'd like to thank all of the parents who invited their children here today, and also for HR for helping put together this awesome event. And of course, thank you so much to Together We Rise for coming here and helping motivate them to put together these awesome sweet cases.
Hi, my name is Kevin Gaither, coming to you from the 8th floor in Tempe, Arizona at ZipRecruiter. Today we're building bikes for the teens that are in foster care to help them get their lives on track. And we've got a goal here at ZipRecruiter of hitting 187 of these bikes built. Today we built about 32, but that actually makes us behind goal. So we need everybody's help. And so come on out, volunteer. You'll get to put the bike together, figure out how to use the tools, and have a lot of fun in the process. And the good news is when you're done building the bike, you get to ride it around the office, which Amy will not like that at all. But you get to do it anyway, ride around and make sure that the bike is safe for the kids.
My name is Jaron George Matthew. I'm in supply quality for TMTT. Today, we partnered with Together We Rise to build bikes for kids in foster care. We have a number of charity and organizations that we partner with through the years and through the months. And it's important that we all know what they all stand for. And knowing about Together We Rise, that gives an opportunity to folks to particularly focus on kids in foster care. We want to be a part of that whole journey together with the kids in the foster care system as well.
Hi, I'm Chris Aballo. I'm the Assistant Store Manager of Macy's Brea, and today we're decorating sweet cases for foster children. Kids in the system, when they move from one home to another, they normally are given a couple trash bags to transport their belongings from one place to another. So it tells them that they're more than just a trash bag, that they're worth something. It's really important for Macy's to get involved and really be a part of the community and support them with whatever their needs are. So we chose Together We Rise just because they have such a huge impact on the community and they're doing so many great things around the country for foster children. And today I just want to thank all the Macy's employees who came out and decorated and packed the sweet cases. And this is really something that is going to be hugely beneficial to our community and to the children that it impacts. So thank you, everyone.
You look beautiful. Very, very beautiful.
Hi, my name is Alice Santos and I'm the store manager of Macy's Brea. So today we are hosting Together We Rise for a shopping spree to benefit children of our community. It's special because we get to help 40 children get brand new clothes for Christmas and we get to play Santa.
She's tried them on and she's liking them.
It feels so good to give and to be able to help. It's something that we as a company believe tremendously in, and it's great to see the results of it immediately and the joy.
My name is Isabella.
My name is Ryan.
My name is Katie.
My name is Brady. My name is Nagabula, and today I decorated a duffel bag for foster children.
Today, I decorated a duffel bag for kids who need them, because sometimes kids carry around trash bags that have things in it, but it's easier if you carry a duffel bag, and it's more nicer because you decorate it for someone who needs it.
It's important because kids in foster need to know they're going to a safe place.
It's important because kids in foster homes are important too, and they deserve to be loved just like us.
It's important because they get to make a difference, and it also tells the kids if they're not alone and gives them comfort. Oh, my name's Caitlin.
Thank you for letting kids come to New York Life experience the fun.
If you saw this video, I hope you like your bag.
My name is Naveen Tadros. I'm the General Counsel at Saban Capital Group, and today we are at the Saban offices preparing sweet cases for foster kids.
Am I out of touch? Am I out of my place? When I keep saying that I'm looking for an empty space.
1,200 children enter foster care every day. Many of them only have trash bags to carry their belongings. So today we are decorating sweet cases, which are duffel bags personalized for each child. One of our portfolio companies owns the Power Rangers, Popples, Paul Frank, and as extra sweetness in the sweet cases, we were able to put lots of extra items that are part of our brands, and we hope that the children know that they were thought of very much today. I want to thank all our volunteers today who took so much of their time and put so much of themselves into these personalized sweet cases, and to thank Together We Rise for giving us the opportunity to bring sunshine and light into the life of a foster child.
We fight till I were given. Perfect disasters. We were reaching for the rafters. And most of the days we were searching for ways to get up and get out of the town we were raised, yeah, 'cause we were done. I remember we were sleeping in cars, we were searching for ours, we were burning cigars with the white plastic tips till we saw the sun. Back when we were kids. Back when we were kids.
Hi, my name is Alex, and I'm an executive assistant here at Saban Capital. We're a private equity firm, and today we're participating with Together We Rise, helping pack these bags for foster kids. Oftentimes they're given trash bags when they're displaced from their homes, and this gives them something that personally belongs to them and they can take with them on their journey. Today it was great for all of us to get together and help be part of the greater cause. I decorated my bags with motivational sayings so that the kids, when they're reading them, they can remember that they do matter and that they are loved. It's definitely a great opportunity, and we hope to be able to do this again next year.
Hi, I'm Nick Dugan. I'm on the Learning and Development team for Appfolio.
Hi, my name is Amy Miller, and I'm the Chief Marketing Officer here at Appfolio. Today, we're all coming together to build skateboards and create birthday boxes for children in foster care.
My favorite part of creating a birthday box is they got to create personal notes for the children that will get them. And so being able to put a personal note in there that will bring a smile to a child's face who probably is really in need of one was a really special experience.
A lot of kids miss out on the opportunity to have these special childhood memories that we often take for granted. Having our team come together to build skateboards allows us to offer this great, fun childhood pastime to these kids who might not have a chance to have their own special skateboard.
One of our values is actually that we do the right thing, and giving back to communities is one of the important ways we do that. Being able to create skateboards and create birthday boxes for foster children is a really special opportunity for us, and I hope that it's valued by the children who receive them.
Thank you so much to all of our AppFolio team members across all of our offices who really care about doing the right thing for people around us and take the time out of their busy day to contribute and build boxes and build skateboards and come together to make an impact on our community.
Hi, my name is Katrina Brooks. Today is our adoption day. We're adopting our two little girls, Sabrina and Serena.
Hi, my name is Owen Brooks, husband of Trina Brooks, and today I got to adopt my daughters, Serena and Sabrina.
So when we started doing foster care, okay, we have 6 biological kids. Everybody was like, "You are crazy. Who the crap wants more kids?" I'm like, me? I can't explain it unless you have a big family. Like, if you think about it, if we didn't have nobody at the courthouse, we still had 10 people there. Like, there's always a party. Like, there's a party all the time. And plus, it's awesome because there's always somebody for somebody. I never thought I would have a big family. I thought I was gonna be the cool aunt that flies to Paris all the time and then just stop in. But instead I got 8 kids, which I love, by the way. I love all of them. No, but I love having a big family. Like, I got the minivan, I mean the beast and stuff. Like, it's awesome. Like, I recommend at least 6 to 8 kids for everybody.
So 8 kids, yes, a big family. I'm outnumbered because it's just me and my son and a whole house full of women. So we'll see how that goes. If I can keep my hair before I turn 50, it'd be awesome. But as it stands right now, we got 8 children. I love them to death, and if more come, they just come.
We got into foster care 2 years ago because we were pregnant with our last child, our 7th child, and I found out that I had ovarian cancer. And so we had the choice of either doing chemo or hysterectomy. And my husband was like, "You should get a hysterectomy." So we got a hysterectomy, but I knew we were supposed to have more kids, but I didn't know like how we were supposed to have more kids, and adoption's kind of expensive. And so my husband was like, let's just do foster care. And I was like, oh, no. Because you watch all the movies and you're like, I'm like, I cry when my episode ends. So I was like, I can't get attached to kids. And I was like, we should just try it. And so we got into it. So it was kind of like a whirlwind because my husband was getting deployed. He was getting deployed in August and we started in May. So it kind of was like bing, 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 like hurry up, let's get it done. And all of a sudden we were like, you're foster care parents. Okay, yay. We got 4 placement calls and nothing never went through. And so I thought it was a sign that we wasn't supposed to do foster care. And then all of a sudden we get this phone call at like 8 o'clock at night. And they were like, do you want these 2 little girls? And I was like, yeah, sure, whatever. And I went back to sleep. And then we get this knock on this door and we see these 2 little girls. Oh, okay, great. And they walked in and I told my daughter, I was like, these are our kids. Like, I know these are my daughters. And the social worker was like, whoa, this is your first placement. Like, don't get excited. Like, they were only supposed to be with us for 4 days. Like he said, we're going to have them for the week. They came on a Thursday. It was only supposed to be us for Thursday to Sunday. And by Monday, they were supposed to be gone. And so they came and my littlest one, she latched on to me like she was calling me mama in like first second. So I could call my social. I'm like, are they allowed to call us mom and dad? I don't know. And so then like my husband, he was deployed. So I called, I was like, guess what? It was kind of cool. It was like, guess what? Guess who has 2 more kids? And so he got to meet them via Skype.
So when I got home, I met them for the first time physically, but it was like I'd been there the whole time anyway because I talked to them at least like maybe 2 to 3 times a week on Skype and everything. So they knew who I was when I got back. So it was really easy. I think I really won them over because everybody likes to sleep in late except for me. And I was the only one getting up in the morning making breakfast. So they were sitting there eating eggs and stuff, and everybody else was like, oh, man, I gotta eat cereal. And I was like, well, y'all missed out. So then just to sit with them eating breakfast and watching a whole lot of early morning cartoons, they were like, oh yeah, I like this guy. So today was adoption day. Serena and Sabrina, they understand what it was.
Serena, my 4-year-old, we're like, Serena, you're getting adopted. And then she goes, oh, so does that mean like you're my mommy now? And I go, yeah. She goes, but you already was my mommy. And she does like that. And then I was like crying like, how's the 4-year-old get it? And I don't even get it. And then the 3-year-old, she thinks she came from my tum-tum. So she's like, I'm not adopted. I came from mommy's tum-tum. So we're like, no, you came from my heart. And she goes, your heart and your tum-tum. So if you ask her where you come from, she's going to grab my belly. And she's like, mommy's tum-tum. I'm like, okay, honey. Today has been a long time coming. So Kawinky Dink, I'm like getting all emotional about it. So today, 2 years ago, was the day I introduced them to Facebook. You know, you do the social, we have the foster kids, you have to do the big old hearts. And you're like, these are my 2 girls. And so I kind of had a movie in my head. Like I thought we was gonna get the girls and like 3 months later we get the kids. Like you're like, oh, and it totally wasn't like that. And so this has been 2 years in the making. So I think that's why I'm so emotional, because everybody kept saying like, it's okay, they're yours. But I'm like, they're not ours until we sign those papers. Like we knew they was ours, but it just to know like they're ours. Like now I can breathe and be like, tonight, like I'm like gonna kiss him, like you're mine forever.
I mean, I consider them family from the moment I got back from my deployment, because they were already in our house, and we'd already made that decision that we wanted to keep these girls. So it was just getting it on paper for the courts to say that, hey, that their last name will officially be yours, and it's an awesome feeling to have that, to know that they will be here permanently. So it's a big day for us and all our family and our extended family. We had our social worker there. Our adopted brothers and sisters, the Fapuas, just a lot of members from our church and people in the community that knew we were adopting the girls and were really happy about it. They wanted to be there and support us. And a lot of our family that couldn't be here, I think they shut down Zoom as they kept logging in by the masses. So it was awesome to have that support and have everybody behind us in our decision to adopt these girls.
My biggest pet people was like, I don't want to do foster care because I want to get too attached. Like, you can attach to Grey's Anatomy. Like, you're going to get attached. Like, these kids, like, we and my husband decided if they're going to get taken away, we're going to give them the best couple months or whatever of their lives. Like, these kids just want loving. Like, I think it's kind of selfish. You'd be like, well, I don't want to get too attached. But like, from where they came from, which was a horrible, we got them at 14 months and 2 years old. They dealt a lot of crap for being that young. And for us the best feeling is for us, it's almost a race. Like, they don't even remember it. And so I keep thinking about, if I would have listened to everybody and not got attached, like, I wouldn't have my girls right now. So that's my thing, is get attached. Like, get attached. It's going to hurt. And yes, if they would have left us, we would have cried, but we would have got some more kids. There's so many kids out there who need some loving. I'm hoping with doing this that people can see that you don't have to have black kids, you don't have to have white kids. Like, long as you love them. It was kind of hard because we got a lot of negative attention from it, if that makes sense. Like, a lot of people was like, why do you have white kids? I mean, and when we did foster care, that's one thing I say about my kids. They wanted any color. They was like, I don't care if they're purple, black, whatever. And we just wanted kids. Like, we didn't care if they had one leg or two. Like, we just wanted kids. And so it was hard to try to explain to my kids how so many people, like, we had one negative thing. We was at Walmart, and this lady goes, are you they Meemaw? I was like, what? And she goes, are you the housekeeper? And I was like, no. And so that's why I knew she loved me. Serena was like, that's my mama. And I was like, thank you, baby girl. And I was crying. Like, that's one thing that I love about Sabrina and Serena. They just love us. My last thing is, I don't think people realize how much foster parents, I don't want to say put out. Like, we spend a lot of money. And I'm not saying that like to get money. I'm just saying, like, we give our all to these children. Like, it's not like everybody, everybody think like when you have foster kids, like they think it's like Annie and you get like all this money. Yeah, you don't. Like, you need to realize that like we're doing this from our heart. Like, what we get paid is not, and like I told them, they can totally have the money. I would do it for free. I mean, getting kids for loving my kids. So I think that main thing is like, break the stereotype that people are doing foster care for money. Like, trust me, we can't quit our job off of foster care. So that would be my thing is, and donate, like donate. Like, when you see on Christmas, donate, because we were blessed that we had to pay for kids Christmas a couple of times. Like, donate. I don't care if they want shoes, socks, or ever. Foster kids need loving too.
September 18th, 2020 will always be the day that we became a family of 6. And that's huge for me. So my husband and I, we always wanted to have kids when we met. And after we got married, being together for 5 years, I was eager to start. And so shortly after that, we found out we couldn't have kids, biological kids. And we could do IVF, but adoption and fostering was always in my heart and my husband's heart. And we decided to put those plans on the side and really just go get approved to be foster parents. So we got the approval of 2018, or December of 2018, we got approved. We got a call on February 6th, and they called and said, hey, we have 3 siblings. Michael, who's 4, his twin sister, Mackenzie, who's 4, and their baby sister, Melody. They moved in with us on February 11th, and the wild thing about it is I used to pray to my husband's mom because she passed away, and I'd say, you know, send me babies, I want to be a mom, and so she did, and on her birthday, February 11th, my 3 children, Michael, Mackenzie, and Melly, moved in with us. We always believed whatever's meant to be will be, and we didn't know how long they would be with us, and we didn't know if it would end up being an adoption situation, but we were ready for whatever was coming our way. We just wanted to provide a safe home, love, get their anxiety down, give them secure attachment, and just love them up while we had them. That turned into 5 months later. We got a call that their baby brother Maddox was born in the hospital, asked if we would pick him up, and we without a doubt said yes. So we picked him up from the hospital His birthday is June 14th. So we picked him up on June 17th. He had a few-day NICU stay because he was born with holes in his heart. So we found out at 2 months old that Maddox, our baby, in fact, still had holes in his heart, and he was in heart failure. So after going to cardiologist appointments, we were suggested that we needed to take him to Loma Linda and get open heart surgery to get those holes fixed. We stayed in the PICU for 12 days. I slept every night at Loma Linda on bedside by my baby. I was very blessed to have an amazing husband that could hold down the fort with our other 3 kids. And we watched him fight for his life, and he came out of open heart surgery. And unfortunately, his heart rate went from 160 to 20 beats per minute after surgery and after all the repairs. So he had a temporary pacemaker. He was in the hospital for another 6 days. And on day 6, they said, you know what, we need to put him under surgery and give him a permanent pacemaker. Now today, he's chubby and healthy, and he has his pacemaker, but you can never tell that he went under 2 heart surgeries. He's thriving. He's our heart warrior, and we're just so proud of him. He's out of heart failure, and he, at this time, not even using his pacemaker, so his heart's healing. And I think that's all through love and the support of the family, and I just feel very blessed that he's able to be with us and we can get him healed. Watching him come home and be with his brothers and sisters was the most magical thing, because at the end of the day, they have each other for life, and I know I can keep them together. Unfortunately, siblings do get split apart in the foster care system, and I think as humans, we want to be seen and we want to be loved, and who do we think back to? We think about family and the friends that support us and who's there. And when these siblings grow up together and then they get taken away from each other, I think that's tragic, and far too often then they lose touch and they don't talk maybe until they're adults, or if anything. So I love that my kids get the gift of being with each other, because at the end of the day, I have 3 older sisters, and I just couldn't even imagine being little and being separated from them. And so I think the gift of keeping them together is probably the best thing I could do for them. And so I just hope that when people are thinking about sharing their home and giving a safe place for kids, they think about sibling sets and being more open to that idea, because they're family and they deserve to be together. So our journey turned into, now we have 4 kids in a 3-bedroom house, and so we got up and moved. Got a bigger house for them. We upgraded my car to make more room for all my kids. They are the center of my life, and this is before rights were even terminated. I wanted to make sure they had the most comfortable life. Then all of a sudden it turned into the adoption route. And, without a doubt, yes, I'm the prospective adoptive parent. And then the baby, he was a little bit behind the other kids, and then the rights were terminated, and they asked if we would adopt him as well. And we said, absolutely. So as things unfolded in the 1.5 years that these kids have changed my life and they've been here with me, today's the day that I officially get to be their mom forever. And I don't know, it's just surreal. I've been waiting and I've been patient, and I just know that they're going to be safe and they're going to be together. And without a doubt, I can just watch them grow and love on them. 2020 has been a year of something that constantly changing. I never expected to adopt my kids over the phone. I always imagined going to the courthouse and filling up the room with so many friends and family. But it was almost a blessing in disguise, because I'm now here in my home. My kids don't have to leave. It's such an intimate, emotional moment. And so the benefits of just being home and being able to be here is huge. And it's actually worked out a lot better than I ever expected. I got to have friends and family Zoom in and watch it, which we couldn't do in a courthouse. And I also was able to benefit from it, having it here, is because I can have all my closest family members be up in front and personal. Also, we got to have a car parade, which never really was a thing until 2020. So it was so awesome to have my kids in the front yard and having friends and family come down and honking and waving and just really being up close and personal. There's just so many good things with it. And I think when you're home, you're the most comfortable and you feel the most real and the most like you. So it was nice that my kids could just wake up, come out. We had a parade out here. We got to be at our dining room table to become family forever. Now we get to share dinners at that same dining room table.
My name is Ellie Coburn. I have been fostering since 2017 and I am an adoptive mom of 2. I started fostering because after spending 2 years abroad working with at-risk youth, it was brought to my attention that there were a lot of at-risk youth in my own backyard locally. And because of this and the great need for foster care here in San Diego, I started to look into it and realized that it was something that I felt very called to pursue. I started fostering at 21, which was definitely unconventional, but it felt right, just because of my family dynamic and the work that I was doing as a photographer. It fit really naturally into my lifestyle to be able to bring children into my home and support them for however long they needed. But I will be honest, while I was completely open to adoption, I definitely didn't expect my first placement to become adoptable, nor did I expect to adopt 2 children before 25. You never know what's going to happen in foster care, and that's something that is really iterated to you over and over again throughout the licensing process and just from other foster parents in the community. But you really don't understand how big of a wild card this world is until you are living in it every single day. And so I brought Oliver home and quickly, realized I was going to be adopting him. And then before Oliver's adoption was even finalized, a year and a half before Oliver's adoption was even finalized, I brought Hazel home from the hospital at 23 hours old. And I had no idea that Hazel was going to become adoptable. It became quickly evident from the case that her situation was going to be transferred to the adoption unit, but it was hard for me to wrap my mind around the fact that I had basically become an instant forever mom to 2 kiddos. But if you know Oliver and Hazel, you know that they were meant to be together, and there's no question about that. You see the love that they have for each other, and you know that there's something divine here. And so I say that I'm the luckiest person in the world to have them as my kids, but I think that truly the bigger story here is them having each other for life. I firmly believe that everybody needs to experience an adoption day once in their life. Adoption day is magic. I don't know how my wedding will top it. I've had 2 now, and I just can't express how surreal they both were. They were both the happiest days of my life. Oliver's adoption was unique to Hazel's because Hazel was adopted during a pandemic. And so we did her adoption at home in our living room. But with Oliver's, we did the lights, camera action of going to the courthouse with all of our friends and family, and it was an incredible experience. I will say that the quarantine adoption was equally magical, and that is due much in part to our incredible community that made it so special and helped me just deck out our living room and think of all of the bells and whistles that would make such a special day. Truly, Oliver's adoption was something that, like I said, you remember going to the courthouse, you remember pulling up that day, you remember the judge and, looking face to face with a person that's just signing your child over forever, and it's amazing. But the adoption of Hazel was equally amazing because it was the day that my family was completed. With Oliver, his adoption was finalized in October of 2019, and it wasn't until September of 2020 that Hazel's adoption was finalized. And so for 11 months, while I was celebrating my son's adoption, I was still just awaiting my daughter's permanency. And I can't describe what it feels like to have my family be complete and whole. And you know, we've been together since the very beginning. I've had them since they were newborns, but there's something about being legally recognized as a family that is so powerful. And we're just still riding that amazing moment from September, even now. Since I started fostering in 2017, I've had the opportunity to foster 12 kids, including Oliver and Hazel, which has been an incredibly unique experience just because of how many kids there are that have come through. But I have truly learned from every single one of them. And though obviously they're not home with me now, and many of them you know, were with me in their infancy, and they may never even know that they came through these doors, I do feel like there is just so much to be said for loving a child well for whatever season, you know, they're yours. And it's been a really beautiful gift for my children to understand that we have a philosophy in this home of sharing the table and of, you know, having an emotional availability for as many people you know, as would need us, and being intersectional to the vulnerable communities, the vulnerable biological families in many cases, having my children directly exposed to these types of families and normalizing these people as our neighbors and not people that we're necessarily helping, but people that we are in community with. While I'm definitely done adopting until maybe I get married, I don't feel like I'm done having kids yet, and adoption is definitely my preferred method of having children, but I'm done for right now, pretty definitively. What I'm not done doing is fostering children, and I'm definitely not done advocating for foster youth. And so while we've put, you know, kind of pumped the brakes on any sort of potential adoptions, we are still actively fostering children. I don't necessarily foresee an end for that anytime soon, but if we do take a break, or if I do decide to close my license or even put my license on hold, the work that I do in my day-to-day life will still be heavily involved in the foster care world and advocating for foster care and ethical adoption and all of that. Culturally, I think that there isn't enough of a narrative supporting the reunification of children in foster care when at all possible. Obviously, it is National Adoption Month, and I've been incredibly fortunate to adopt 2 beautiful children, but I think that a philosophy that I didn't always have when I started fostering, that I've firmly adopted now, is that we should celebrate reunification. We should support reunification when at all possible. And of course, we stand in the gap when adoption is necessary, but reunification should always be our benchmark standard. So one thing that I would say to prospective foster parents, especially prospective foster parents that look at my family and see, you know, an unconventional family dynamic, which we undeniably are, is that unfortunately we are incredibly apathetic about the foster crisis in this nation. And our communities, the best thing that we can do is normalize unconventionally fostering, normalize running towards the fire that this situation is, and recognizing it as such, and recognizing that we might have to put aside our biases and our hesitations about, you know, our own readiness and our own, you know, capacity to do this and do it well. Truly, when there is something as imminent as the foster crisis and thousands of children needing homes today, the best thing that you can do is just put all hands on deck and know that your desire to want to do it is enough, and it will carry you through. You know, people don't realize that if there's love in a house, it's a palace for sure. You know, we say that's a quote. I can't remember who said that, but it's definitely so important that we put aside this idea that we're not fit or we're not equipped or we're waiting for that right moment in time, because unfortunately it's never the right time to put foster care at the epicenter of your lives, because foster care is born from brokenness and it's complicated, but it is something that more of us, especially those of us that feel it on our hearts and feel like we are wanting to pursue it but nervous about it, need to just take the plunge and do.
Hey there, I am Jen Lilly, legally known as Jen Lilly Wayne, and today I'm adopting my son, Jeffrey. So Jeff is so special to me. I mean, obviously now he's my full son, which is amazing, but his case is so special to me because my boys have the same birth mom, and I have such a heart for her, and I stay in touch with her, and I love her very much. And she came from foster care, and that's the cycle of foster care. In general, kids that enter foster care, first of all, they enter foster care through no fault of their own, but because they've unfortunately sustained unimaginable abuse and neglect. But it's so many times, it's at the hands of birth parents who do love their child. They just don't know what proper parenting and what healthy love looks like. And so it's been really awesome because I've really had an opportunity to love their mom as well. And she's so gracious. I mean, I texted her today and she just was like, Jeff's always been yours, and I'm so excited. And she's just so supportive, and it's such a different look of what adoption through foster care can look like. When their mom became pregnant with Jeff, Caden was still in foster care. So I was still doing visits with their mom 4 times a week, and I was monitoring them. And she didn't know that I knew that she was pregnant with Jeff, but I knew. And while I'm rooting for her, and I think one day she's gonna make an awesome mom when she's ready. She's really young, and she came from foster care. But I had this knowing that he was probably gonna end up in foster care as well. And so I just started praying for him. I started praying for him since the very first sonogram. And I remember when he entered foster care, because he's in Kern County and we live in Los Angeles, normally counties don't allow their cases to cross county lines. And I was so worried because I didn't know how I could explain to Caden one day that we didn't fight hard enough to get his brother. We didn't fight hard enough to keep them together. And their birth mom actually called and was very responsible and very maternal. And she was so persistent about insisting that he be moved with us, which was amazing and such an act of love and grace. And I just remember the social worker calling us and saying, we just want you to know that he's in foster care. We don't think he's going to be able to come to your house. And I prayed a prayer that was so intense that I can't articulate how intense it was, other than this was like a mother's prayer, where I swear if Jeff had been dead, I think his spirit would have gotten back in his body. I was just so commanding and warring kind of over him. And as soon as I said amen, literally the phone rang again. Jason's like, yeah, we've got to take him. We're just going to figure it out. Because I was leaving for a movie. I left for a movie the day that Jeff arrived. I left for a movie. And then as soon as I got off the phone with Jason, the phone call rang again. And the social worker was like, well, the mom wants the boys to be together. So they made an exception. And so we're just so excited to be here today. And as with any foster care journey, there's so many hiccups because the goal of foster care is not adoption. It's our joy to adopt. And we're so happy to adopt him. And I have such a heart for adoption, but that's not the goal. The goal is family reunification, or as I like to call it, family restoration. And when that's not possible, it's adoption when necessary. But oh my gosh, we're so blessed. And just, I can't express in words how overjoyed and overwhelmed and grateful I am that he's part of our family. I think we'll probably end up adopting. We're going to give ourselves a little bit of a break, I think, because we have a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and a 1-year-old, so our hands are quite full. But our hearts have room for so many children, and so I don't know where our journey ends, but I know that, at least in this chapter, Jeff really completes our world, and he completes our family, and I'm just so happy the boys are going to be together forever. I always knew about foster care because my parents were kind of pseudo-unofficial foster parents, which just means that they were not officially licensed, but we often had people who just needed some help in life getting through a transitional period living in our home. So the idea of having someone outside of my family live with me was not necessarily a foreign concept to me, and I think that's really where the seeds were planted in my heart for foster care. But honestly, I came across the child porn and human trafficking industry, and I learned that it's really America's dirtiest little secret. It's a huge problem. We're the #1 producers and exporters in the world. And so I found out about the child abuse, really epidemic that was going on in the United States, and I started lending my voice to that. And the more I dug deep into child abuse and what causes it and what's the root of it, and I found out really the cyclical nature of abuse, I learned about foster care, and all of a sudden, everything I knew about foster care was brought back to light, and it became a conversation that Jason and I had literally to the kitchen table. I was like, I have always wanted to foster. And Jason, like most Americans, the only thing he knew about foster care was that, what is the myth that kids in foster care are associated with juvenile delinquent system. And so I started dispelling the myths, and I told him, this is what I say to anybody. You cannot say no to foster care if you don't know what you're saying no to. And while not everyone is called to be a foster parent, everyone is called to foster care. Basically, I became a mentor through an organization called Child Help, and I fell in love with my mentee, and so did Jason. And one day she was facing going back into the system, and we decided to get licensed. And while we did not get her, we're still in touch with her, I still consider her my family, we got the call for Caden, which is Jeffrey's older brother, and it was supposed to be 3 weeks or something like that, and it ended up that we've now adopted Caden, and today is so special because we get to adopt his brother Jeffrey, who's his half-brother, but as Jason so articulately put, today we get to make them full brothers. So I think that's pretty incredible that through adoption you can take a sibling set and now they're fully brothers by law. And so it's incredible. And, you know, it's been a tough year, but there's been so much joy. And I'm so excited that we get to adopt Jeff. You know, for anyone who's thinking about fostering, one thing I always hear is, oh, I could never foster, I'd get too attached. So the very first thing I would say is go on Instagram and follow 2 hashtags. One is foster love, and the second is hashtag get too attached. Because when you have community, you're gonna be okay. But if you say that I can't do foster care because I'm gonna get too attached, that makes you the perfect candidate. The way I view it, because it is, foster care is hard, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. It's very hard, and it's this strange middle ground where you're kind of playing middle mom, and that's hard to navigate. But if your adult-sized heart can take a little bit of the pain that that child would otherwise sustain, then you've done something wonderful and you've done something worthwhile that you're never, ever going to regret. I've never met a foster parent that regretted doing it. We all know it's hard, but we wouldn't trade it for the world. So don't let fear dictate your journey. Just open your heart to love, get too attached, fall headlong into foster care, and you're never, ever, ever going to regret it.
All right, everybody, thank you for joining. I'm here with some very, very special guests today. This is one of my favorite segments that we're doing in honor of Giving Tuesday. You may have seen these families before. We feature them on this November's National Adoption Month highlights. And we're so thankful for them sharing their stories and being vulnerable and open about their journey to adoption and what life is like on that path. So thank you so much, families, for sharing your stories and being with us. I know our supporters really, really love them. We had so many people reaching out and we're so touched by your stories. So thank you guys so much for sharing. So I just want to give our followers and supporters a little bit of update on your guys' life post-adoption and what it's like for you guys. So let's start with the Brooks family. After adoption, how's life going for you guys?
It's only been a week, but they're still alive, so we're great. They're doing great. We're doing good. We're being very, very good.
Good.
Are you doing
good? Someone like they're ready for a nap. Good. I'm glad you guys are doing good. Any great Thanksgiving plans for you guys?
We're in quarantine, so we're gonna be Thanksgiving up in the house.
Yep. Good. But Emily, you're all together celebrating adoption, still living in that joy post 1 week. So thank you for sharing. All right, let's go to the Coburn family.
Hi guys. Say hi. You say hi? Are you shy?
Be shy.
How are you?
How are you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're about 8 weeks. Yeah, we're about 8 weeks post-adoption with Miss Hazel. And of course, Oliver's adoption was already a year ago now. But we're doing good. We're getting into the swing of our life. And Oliver's off already. Don't get attention span of a 3-year-old, huh? But yeah, no, we're doing great. We're just so happy. Okay.
Wow, thanks for sharing. That's so cool. Is that your hat?
That's his favorite hat. It's my hat. And he found it in my closet and doesn't take it off.
Love it. All right, now let's hear from the Pickney family. How are you guys hanging in there?
Good. We're doing great.
Good.
Let's say hi.
Oliver,
Hi.
Say hi to everybody.
Hello. We're 2 months post-adoption and everything's going really great. We feel good. We're just going to stay home this Thanksgiving and celebrate. We make a whole big family, just the 6 of us. So overall, everyone's healthy and happy and things are good.
All right, good, good. I'm glad you guys all seem happy and healthy and are settling in, all your families. So I want to talk to you guys a little about something that we've done at Together We Rise, and we weren't able to do it this year due to COVID, but we think it's really, really important, and we kind of want to share it with you guys and your families as you guys are celebrating this huge milestone in your life and being open and vulnerable to sharing your story. So every year we reunite 350 siblings for a day at Disneyland, and this year or next year, when it's safe to do so, we want to take you all to Disneyland for a day to celebrate your guys' adoption and family, where you can just relax and have fun and not worry about the expenses, and we'll just take care of you guys for the day. Yeah, so, you know, we know it's maybe not be open right now, but as soon as it is and it's safe, we're going to take you guys to Disneyland, and we're just going to have a great time and celebrate family.
Thank you.
Are you guys excited to go to Disney?
What do you think about that?
Meet Mickey Mouse?
Mickey Mouse? Wow, we're so excited.
Family, how are you feeling? Are you excited to go to Disneyland?
Yes. Are you serious? People we have for our family?
Yes, all 10 of you. All 10 of you get to go to Disneyland and enjoy the day. And just the only thing you have to worry about is enjoying each other.
Oh, thank you.
You're so welcome. You're so welcome. Well, again, on behalf of Together We Rise and our supporters, we're just so thankful for you guys sharing your story and just becoming a family. And we just want to embrace you, celebrate you guys, and we can't wait to celebrate with you at Disneyland. We hope you have a good holiday season.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
You're so welcome. It's our pleasure. It's my honor to just meet with you guys and be a part of your story. And we're just so happy to do this for you guys. So thank you for joining us today.
All right. So thank you.
Nancy, thank you so much for joining us today. Nancy is a longtime supporter of Together We Rise, and more specifically our Disney Days event, where we reunite siblings in foster care who have been separated in placement for one magical day at Disneyland. And she's been a huge, huge advocate for this event. I always have her first in line every year for signups, asking if she can have more and more spaces. I've loved working with her over the years. It's always so nice and refreshing when someone that much passion and energy comes back every year, especially after Disney Days. Imagine taking 300 kids on one day to Disneyland. It is extremely, extremely emotional and exhausting, but Nancy comes back every year with the same energy. So thank you, Nancy, for your support. So Nancy, why don't you introduce yourself? Tell us a little about what your role is at your company and how you got introduced to Together We Rise.
Yeah, I'd love to. And my huge thanks to you, Gianna, and the team there. And last year was actually both days of Disney Day, which I think we had maybe like 13 kids the first day, and then we combined teams the second day. So it was like 30 kids. And so that was such a fun but huge effort, and I'm probably going to ask if we can do it again. But my name is Nancy Jundy, and I'm the COO here at Digital Film Tree. We're a post-production, pre-visualization company for feature films and television. So we get to do a lot of imagination and fun stuff here. But it is been my honor and pleasure to work with Together We Rise for, I think this would have been my fourth or fifth Disney Day. And I think I found out about it the very first time, like the day after Disney Days had happened. I think that was the inaugural year. And I was like, what is this? I want to be a part of this. And then I think I crawled into your inbox every day thereafter, desperate to be a part of it. And I'm so grateful that I did, because it has been absolutely life-changing for myself and for anyone that has not only joined me in that journey by coming along on the actual days and serving as a chaperone, but even to the people who have helped to finance it, who have continued to partner for other objectives that Together We Rise serves. And so that's been a huge honor to partner with you guys for the past several years.
Yeah, thank you so much. And it's funny, I did my research. You have done it for the past 5 years. And we've only done it 6. So you've been there almost every year except for the first year we did it. So you have a running title here at Together We Rise for most Disney's back-to-back, including back-to-back days. So I want to talk a little bit more about Disney Days, because it is an event that we do that a lot of people want to participate in, and we're so honored and grateful that a lot of people want to do. But I kind of want to talk about, your experiences there, when you first interact with your kids, when they get to eat a churro, when they go on that first ride. Tell me a little about you as a volunteer, what it's like the day of Disney Days.
It is the only day in the entire year where it is not difficult to get me out of bed. I'm not an early riser, but on Disney Days, my alarm goes off squarely at 4:30 in the morning. We are carpooling on our way to Disney. By like 5:30 in the morning, everyone is super crazy excited. Starbucks has never tasted better because we're on our way down there. And, I'll admit the very first year, even though everything in me was screaming like, you have got to be a part of that, there was absolute apprehension because you don't know what you might be, or I didn't know what I might be walking into. Myself as a foster kid, I remember being leery of adults and, how skeptical I was and the apprehension. And so from my own experience, I think I was anticipating to receive that from the kids. But once we got there and we met these kids and the magic of being at Disneyland, a place that, most kids, period, regardless of background, just see as this magical dream come true. And so to have these anywhere from I think the youngest baby we had was maybe 4, going all the way up into teenage years. And so we kind of ran the gamut with communication styles and skepticism of adults. But by the end of every single day, it is just full on, I miss you already. I can't believe we have to say goodbye. The kids themselves are just so grateful. There is not a single kid that doesn't have this massively expressed sense of gratitude about them during the day. And then when you see them get bathed in treats and extra fun, and like everyone at Disney knows who those kids are too, you know, and they're excited. And so even last year, I think there were like, you know, the staff at Disney, they come up with games every day just to kind of keep things fresh. But the day last year that we were there were these boxes that if you landed in them, the Disney staff would like make a big deal or ask you questions. And one of the little girls, and forgive me if I get a little choked up, but it was her birthday and she had not shared that with anyone until she walked into the box, and she was the one who looked down and was like, "What's this box?" And the Disney people came over and they were like, "Oh, this is our question and answer box." And so they asked her, "What's special about today?" thinking that they would receive a like, "Oh, I'm here with, you know, Together We Rise," or something like that. And she said, with such sincere like sweetness, "It's my birthday." And they brought out everyone. You saw them like radio, and then out came Pluto, and out came Minnie, and all the kids were just surrounding her, and they started singing happy birthday. And by the time Minnie came out with a tiara, like everybody, it was just straight waterworks except for the little girl. And she was just like, "This is so nice. Thank you."
Oh, that is so sweet.
Yeah.
That's such a good story. And you brought up so many great points that I want to kind of go back to. But like the tears at the end of the night, I always tell our new volunteers, like, be prepared for the end of the night. Like there's going to be waterworks. It's going to be really hard for you to say goodbye to these kids. And we have a lot of first time volunteers who get very emotional towards the end of the night and having to see these kids go. But I think Disneyland, for our volunteers, you know, besides you, Nancy, we try to pick new people to come on every year, just because it's such a powerful, seeing these kids at Disneyland in their element, you realize they're just kids. The kids that just want to have that happiness and those joyful moments, just like any other kid. And, you know, at Together We Rise, you know, we base everything we do that not everybody can be a foster parent, not everybody can adopt, but anyone can take a kid to Disneyland. Anyone can provide, you know, our various programs to a child in foster care. But Disneyland specifically has been a huge, powerful tool, specifically for volunteers. So thank you for commenting. So I want to go back and thank you for sharing about your personal relationship and experience in foster care. Has that pushed you to give back to the foster care community? And if you were a kid in foster care and you got the experience at Disneyland, what would that mean to you?
Those are all really good questions, and they all mean a great deal to me. So I think I've shared with you that I also manage an organization that serves homeless needs here in Los Angeles. And a big part of why that meant a lot to me, and also what other work that Together We Rise does, is just because so many kids either at times might not feel safe in a foster environment or a shelter home, or they have aged out of foster care, and the street becomes their only answer at the time. And so when I think about what you guys do for kids in foster care and why it was so important for me, especially to get involved in Disney Days, not just for the kids, because in answering your first question, to have adults, people that you don't know, that are willfully stepping into a situation that could be very, very hard, could be deeply impactful to them as the adult, as well as a situation where everyone is kind of there's a certain amount of chaos that you just expect, having that many kids and that many new people in any environment, as overwhelming as Disneyland itself is.
Yeah.
But to see these kids who know that there's so much excitement for the rest of the day, and that all of these grown-ups stepped into a situation to say, "I care about you enough to give you this day, to be here for this day, to share something magical and wonderful with you," has always meant the world to me, because that's one thing that they can hold on to, no matter how difficult some of the days before or some of the days after might be. For this one day, we want you to have a little bit of perfection, a little bit of what we hope you know you are worth. And all of these people here are echoing that. And we want you to know how important you are to the rest of us. People you've never met before. You matter. You matter very, very much to us. So that's a big part of it. And then for the volunteers, You know, I similarly, I'm very aware of the goals of Together We Rise to make sure that more people hear about this opportunity. And so I don't always choose the same people to come with me again either. And also, as you're very well aware, I keep asking for more teams each year. So I think last year we were fortunate enough to have 3 teams across the 2 days. And a number of those people were new. And I got to tell you, even one of the new people that I brought, she then further went on and got more involved in a lot of youth services in her own community because she was afraid of working with kids. She was terrified of like, what if I say the wrong thing? Or what if that brings up a hurt in me that I then have to process or something like that? And after that day, you know, that goodbye at the end of the day, I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It's hard. Really care about those kids and they care about you. And they're so grateful because, again, you gave them this one day that they can go back to. And so many of the people after that moment go on to either reach out to you guys and say, how can I connect with the social worker to send more support? Or how can we, you know, further invest in them? Or is it more helpful to add more to a bag donation, sock donation? Is it something that I can raise money for? How do I, you know, and that's the number one goal that I always have. It's exposure and getting more people concerned with not just Together We Rise, but the overall awareness that these kids exist. It's a very easy demographic to forget about and marginalize. So to get more people involved is really always the goal.
Again, a lot of important things that you said and a lot of important feedback. So thank you. And again, Together We Rise is about tearing down those negative stereotypes that surround children in foster care and youth in foster care and alumni of foster care. There's so many misconceptions, and a lot of people ask me and Together We Rise, like, why do you spend so much money at Disneyland? It seems like you can put resources elsewhere. And I just have so much amazing, strong testimony to what one day at Disneyland can do for a child. Not only provide them hope and a childhood experience that every child should have, let alone with their sibling who they might not be able to see every day. The volunteer experience is just as powerful. They break down those barriers of how they see these children, and then they're ingrained to want to give back. And that's also kind of what we modeled our programs and that you've seen and we've talked to you about is how do we break through that barrier of what foster care is to the general public and get them to see that anyone can be a part of the foster care community and give back. So very great insight. Thank you so much for that. So if you're a first-time volunteer and Nancy, you're giving them advice, what's one piece of advice you'd give a first-time Disney Days volunteer?
Listen, just listen. I'm very big on boundaries. Again, mostly because of my own experience. And so it was important to me that, you know, anybody stepping into my life, be it for 5 minutes, 5 months, whatever it was, that you give me time to share with you when I choose to share with you, and prioritize fun. Like outside of the absolute mandates that like one volunteer has 2 kids at all times, you know where those 2 kids are. Like that was the number one thing. But outside of that, your job is to listen, just to listen and to feed them churros and ice cream and whatever they like. This is a day where they get to call the shots, because as a foster kid, you really have zero control. I'll never forget that feeling so long as I live. I say this as humbly as I can, but I was a very, very smart kid. And to feel like I had no control over my own circumstances was always very frustrating. And so in Disneyland, when it feels like a lot of things could be out of control, but you let the kids direct the shots to an extent of like, I really want a churro. Okay, well, there's a churro stand. Let's go get you a churro. And, of course, there are budgetary constraints, not on my team. This is, the kids don't know it, but I'm basically Santa Claus for the day. If you want it, you're getting it. I don't care. But that's really the goal, is to give those kids an experience where they have a little bit of control, they have a whole lot of fun, and they get to walk away.
Hello, it's nice to see you. You look great. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we're here today. I'm here in Brea. You're there in Alabama, correct?
Correct.
How's the Alabama weather treating you?
crazy. It could be cold one day and hot the other. So
California. Sounds like California. It's a little chilly here today, which is nice and refreshing. So thank you for joining us. We want to talk to you today about your background, your education, and your role in the Family Fellowship. I appreciate you joining us. I know talking about being in foster care and just your foster care relationship can be difficult and personal. So I just really appreciate you taking the time to join us today. So why don't we start and just introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself and what your major is and what you're hoping to accomplish in your college education.
Okay. So I'm Hannah Wells. I'm from Alabama, and I'm currently at Wallace State Community College, Huntsville, and I'm just in general studies. So I'll transfer, and I'm going to transfer to the University of Alabama, and I want to do information system business management.
Wow, so some big words. Tell us, what is that? What is that? Tell us a little bit more about that.
So it's can be like a variety of things, of course. So a lot of jobs offer, you can do with it. But the main part I like about it is about technology. I love, computers, technology, and so what it would do is I can work in like a business or organization or whatever and help them to make sure they're on the trends of technology, make sure they're using the right, systems and programs and software. So
that's impressive. I remember reading your application to become part of the Family Fellowship and being so impressed with your prosthetic work and the work that you did. So can you talk to me a little bit more about that, the work that you did before you even applied for college or were taking that step and the work you were doing before us?
Okay, so I was with the Gideon MedTech program, and it was with like Dr. Christoph. He's currently in Colorado right now doing some of his, he's a PA, and he came to Alabama for the Gideon MedTech. So he let us go. I was one of the mentors for 6th graders. I was the only one in high school that was a part of it. And so what we did, we tried to find a way to create a breathing mask for babies, for SIDS and stuff. So we had to come up with all these things, and so it was really interesting. At first I was like, how in the world am I going to do this? With 6th graders, but 6th graders really change, makes you open up your eyes because they're so innocent, and so they really deep think things. And so with me, I was like, they changed my life, with the way I think. And so it was really great. And I'm so, now we're not a part of it. We went to New Orleans and we did we presented all of our things at Tulane University with Johnson & Johnson. And so they took part of it. And I think now they're working on that. We're not a part of it anymore, but because they bought it out, I guess you could say. And so it was really great. It was a great opportunity to be able to present in front of these, big people. And so it was really great for 6th graders too. So it was really interesting.
Yeah, that was just really impressive when we were evaluating your application, especially, the statistics stacked against youth in foster care going on to their higher education, only 3% graduating from college. So what were you scared going into college and graduating from high school? Were you nervous? What were your feelings once you graduated high school?
So senior year was really, crazy, first of all. My junior year, in the beginning of my junior year or at the end of my sophomore year, that's when I went into the foster care system at 17. And so, one of my local teachers, a lot of the teachers at my school at Locust Fork, they helped me do a lot of things. I was a part of basketball. And so with her, Kathy, that was my foster mom, she's still a big part of my life, and so is her whole family. And so she, there was a lot of uncertainty. I didn't know if I was going to get through high school, but my main thing was I want to graduate from high school. That wasn't the first step to get through. And when they pulled me in and I was with her, I was with her before I was considered foster. I was really considered homeless by the state of Alabama. And so with her and her family, they did everything to make sure I got to that point. And so my first step was to graduate and make sure I was making the grades. Education is really important. And, I encourage everybody, don't ever drop out of, a high school, and to continue on. And so with them, they really, really helped me get there.
Yeah, that's a powerful message. Education is important, especially for foster youth, who the statistics are back against, and homeless youth. I think it's extremely important to hang in there and try to continue to put yourself in a better situation. And I'm glad you also had Kathy and a great support system. And support systems, that's where we're going into college, and what the Family Fellowship was set up is to create a support system, not just financial aid, but a support system. So can you tell me a little bit about applying for the Family Fellowship and some of the feelings you had applying for it, and then talk about when you realized that you got the scholarship?
Okay, so that's really funny actually, because when I found out about the scholarship, nobody told me. I was just researching and trying to find scholarships, and I came across the Together We Rise scholarship, and I was like, no, I think I waited too late because the deadline was like in 2 weeks, and you could ask Mario because I emailed him. I said it was like the same day that I was supposed to. It was due the next day or something. I can't remember, and I was so worried coming from Alabama to go all the way to California. And so I emailed him. I said, I'm thinking I'm waiting to the last minute to send this out because, it takes a long time to write things. And he said, well, if it's postmarked, you should be fine. I was like, okay, I'm going to do it. So I sent it out, and I remember Kathy, she was like, Hannah, just do it. The worst thing they can do, is not to look at it. And I was like, okay, I'll just do it. And so, a lot of mixed feelings, because I was like, there's no way I'm going to get this. Somebody from Alabama and get this. And then when I, that day when y'all told us we got that scholarship that weekend, lots of feelings. I was like, wow, that was amazing that somebody like me would get that scholarship and have such a great scholarship family. And today, I'm still shocked be able to be a part of something so amazing. I'm so glad to be a part, of this scholarship.
Well, thank you for your honest feedback on what the experience was like. I know, we did a little bit of a surprise. You thought you were going in for an interview, but really we sat down with Hope and Robert, who are some of our bigger supporters, and they surprised you guys with acceptance into the Family Fellowship and made you guys a promise of, it's not just money we're providing you, but we're providing you with a support system. So now that you've been in the Family Fellowship for, over a year now, what has been your experiences? What's some of the things besides, making sure that you have funding for tuition and textbooks and things like that? What are the things have the Family Fellowship supported you with?
Well, a lot of things, but like just yesterday, it was a very emotional day for, me. You guys sent me some flowers because my great papa had passed away this past weekend. And so that was for, it's not just a scholarship, it's a family. And y'all are always looking out for each and every one of us. And so it's, it's great to still have, family all over the place, not just where I'm at, but everywhere. And so, and I'm really close. Like yesterday, Jerica, she's one of the, candidates, or not candidates, recipients. And so she sent me a message and was telling me, I'm sorry for your loss. And, and she's all the way in California and me and her talk a lot. And I'm really great to have that bond with her and with you guys, and so that's, it's not just a scholarship.
Yeah. And we're sorry for your loss. And we thank you again for sharing, and glad we keep you there for you during this hard time. So I want to talk a little bit about what it's like to experience homelessness and be in foster care and then start your college education. I know it can be difficult we have another fellow who went to Harvard, and, one thing for her was moving into her dorm alone or not being able to pay for a cell phone. Can you talk about maybe some of the struggles that you went in with your college experience versus maybe some of your peers who didn't have to be homeless or in foster care?
Okay, so I guess I was before 17 or whatever, I was homeless, of course, because, we moved, my mom, when I was with her, we moved place to place all the time. It was never stable. And so when I got to meet Kathy's daughter, Crystal, she's the one that figured it out. And she had came up to me, you don't know it, but it's Jack's. That's where the South, we love Jack's and everything. And so she came up to me that morning and she asked me about it. And so I told her, yes, I'm not, with my mom. I was living with a friend at the time. And so she was like, you need to talk to my mom. And I had no idea. I knew who she was, but I had no idea that was her mom, for one thing, And so, and now I think, why did I not see that? Because they look just alike. But so I talked to Kathy, and she played it off really well at the beginning. She's like, why don't you just come stay with me for the weekend? And then it just moved on from there. But the struggles from being homeless, it was very psychological, honestly. Now I think back and like, I was I was like, you're crazy to think that way. But it was very emotional time, of course, not, feeling like I belonged anywhere but once I got with Kathy and her family, I realized that I did belong somewhere, and God put me somewhere that I need to be. He put me at the same place, and it's just amazing. My community is amazing, and, my foster parents are great, and her family. So there's just so many.
Yeah. No. And again, thank you for sharing. I know this is personal and can be hard. But I'm glad you persevered. Like I said, from the minute we read your application, we were just so impressed with your ability to go above your circumstances and get yourself into a better place. So I really appreciate that. So if you could give advice to youth in foster care graduating or seniors in high school this year and looking forward to college, what would you say to them?
Don't give up. That's the first thing. Don't let your afflictions or your self-inflictions to mess your future up, mostly. Don't, like you said, persevere for everything that you do. Don't give up on yourself. Just because you're going through a bad situation doesn't mean you mess up everything for yourself, Make sure you're looking out for yourself, most importantly, and seek out for help if you have anything going on. If it is homelessness or a family situation that you can't control. If you're having educational problems, where you can't get through something, reach out for help. Don't, let your pride take over, and that's the big part. That's what I struggled with, asking for help, because I thought I could, figure it out on my own, but I couldn't. And don't ever give up on yourself. The education is very, very important. Yeah. And don't let others bring you down for it either.
Yeah. Powerful, powerful message. Thank you so much. And that's what the Family Fellowship is for. Together We Rise, we realized the statistics around youth going to college are really, really abysmal. And we wanted not to only, provide financial assistance, but that emotional and support system. And those little things that we don't think about, like moving into dorms or where are you going to go for Christmas, and making sure that you have somewhere to go. And internships, those are important, and building your professional development so that when you do graduate college, you're on to your profession in a stable and structured way. So, all right, Hannah, thank you so much for joining us today and being open and honest about your experience. So can you tell, why is it important for our supporters to support the Family Fellowship and students like you?
It's important for them to, support us in the foster care youth, because a lot of us experience a lot of situations that we can't control. And so for their support, we're able to move on away from those adversities and persevere and be true and make sure our education comes first. So with that, their support would be profound for us. It'll make a huge difference to us.
Yeah. Well, thank you, Hannah, so much. Everybody watching, please consider supporting Together We Rise and helping students like Hannah and others in our Family Fellowship. All right. Hope you guys all have a great and healthy day.
Bye. Thank you.
What you guys don't know is that you guys have already been selected, and you guys are all going to have this wonderful opportunity for the next 5 years to financial support up to $18,000 per year.
All right, I don't even know what to say. Thank you.
And it has a MacBook inside, and it's all yours. And Hope and Robert are opening up their house in Denver, so you guys need a place to stay during the summer and during the holidays. So
Anyway, we're excited. This is crazy. I'm excited.
That's how he starts. This is your microphone. Sorry to overwhelm you.
Everybody hold everybody's hand. You're not alone. We look forward to seeing you over holidays. We're going to have so much fun.
And we're also going to Disneyland after this.
We're taking you to go live. We're at Disneyland.
This is your heart, it's alive, it's pumping blood. And it's your heart, it's alive, it's pumping
Giving away scholarships to foster youth is incredibly important. A study found that although 15% of foster youth attempted college, only 3% made it to graduation. The Family Fellowship is designed to help foster youth finish school by providing emotional and financial support in a way that has never been done before. After selecting a few really outstanding individuals, we thought the best way to inform them would be in person, right here in California. We had a luncheon with our donors in Malibu, the Smith family, and there the fellows were able to talk to one another and share their experiences and hardships.
No matter what comes out of this today, actually meeting people who have gone through similar experiences, it's life-changing.
After talking to you guys, we just knew that you guys were a part of the family and part of a bigger picture. And you guys are different and amazing and are going to accomplish so much. So you have been all accepted into the Family Fellowship. And we all will be with you for your lifetime, pretty much, as well as $90,000 in money to help you guys through school. And we'll have spend holidays together. We'll make sure we get moved into your dorms and whatever you guys need to support each other and make sure that you guys are successful and accomplish everything that you guys talk all day about.
Make sure you guys help each other out, okay? Support, all right? The family's enough, all right?
The scholarship that we're getting isn't just a scholarship for family. We all get the chance to do what everybody told us we couldn't do.
Thank you. That's the only word I can think of.
We also surprised them with a VIP trip to Disneyland. It was just a really incredible experience for them to bond and to do many things that foster youth don't have the opportunity to do.
it was just a really feel-good moment, the kind that you only see in movies.
The Family Fellowship Program is proof that blood doesn't always define family. It's just a beautiful story of human connection and caring for one another.
Welcome! Hello, I'm Hannah. Finally made it! Hello, are you here? Hi, Hannah. Make your way in.
Okay? Those are important. Don't just do the same one unless you just love it. If you just love it, oh God, I want, okay, fine. But try stuff while you're young, and then as you get older, then figure out what you're going to do, and then focus on that one thing.
We really enjoyed getting to know you, and thank you so much for sharing your personal stories. You've all been through so much. And like I told you guys yesterday, regardless of our help or if you're in the program or not, you guys are going to make it. And we see something so special in each one of you. But the truth is, you guys have all been accepted into the Family Fellowship and will be in the program for the next 5 years.
Congratulations. Come on, we're huggers. Come on, come on.
I've just been through so much in my life. And for someone to finally believe in me, I'm so glad that I met each and every one of you. And that, you know, we can all support each other, even though we're going to be all across the United States. Always, always count on us, and always count on the wonderful people that support us and brought us here, and, you know, the ones that chose for us to be together. So just remember that.
We are a family together. We're stronger together. Help each other in those down times. Celebrate each other in those up times. Be the family you want to be. Make it that way, because we're here for you. This whole team is here for you. So you be here for each other.
went through pretty dark moments.
I was alone, and like everything that I had to do it on my own.
To be honest, on breaks, I'm sleeping in my car a lot.
Once you leave here today, regardless if you're in this program or not, we're still here for you. But you don't need us. You guys are so amazing as individuals, and you guys now have each other. We just have one more thing to tell you. You guys have already all been accepted into the program and will receive the $90,000 scholarship for the next 5 years.
We will do all we can, but a big part of this, you have to support each other. You can get up and hug. It's okay.
And then at the end, she just says, "Got it."
It feels like, like surreal. Like I don't have no words.
There's no excuses. There's no excuses for me not to succeed.
And it's something that I will truly never ever forget.
On behalf of Together We Rise, the Family Fellowship, and Robert and Hope, we would like to welcome you to the Family Fellowship. You guys have all received up to $90,000 in scholarship money for the next 5 years.
My heart dropped. I felt my heart in my stomach, literally.
It means I'm going to be able to go to college without being so stressed.
This scholarship's really going to change my life and the other 9 who got it, and hopefully in the future we could change and pave the road for the generations to come.
for any child that's sad or feels hopeless, I want to let them know that they have someone that actually cares about them. There's people out there that actually care. I was once in that place where I felt like giving up. You have these dreams, and my dream is to become a pediatric oncologist. I know what it's like to not feel hope, and I like helping. I want to see children happy. It's not easy moving on from foster home to foster home. I don't have any family member that's helping me. And then besides that, you have to deal with school. It's not enough to just work hard. You need people to encourage you. You need that extra support. I got to spend my holidays with people who are in the family fellowship. We got to decorate a tree together, and it's something I haven't done in years. I never had anybody tell me, I'm proud of you. And I mean, people out there telling me I'm enough, I matter, and I'm doing great. It brings a lot of emotions knowing that to the Smith family and Together We Rise, I matter and I have value. It makes me want to live my life differently. I haven't gave up in my dreams. You'll feel like you're falling off the cliff, but they're right there holding you to get you back up. Family isn't who you're born with. It's who you make it. It's not enough to say thank you, but I'm thankful.
Odds were placed in our way, but we overcame them. All of a sudden, college is like not just a far-fetched possibility, it's a thing I can actually attain, is something that's such a blessing. Next for me is changing the world in every single way possible, in every unexpected way.
Honestly, I didn't think I was going to get the Together We Rise scholarship. It was a nice little boost for my self-esteem. We can't keep looking back at the childhood we never had. So you have to look for the future of affecting the youth of America.
Being a part of the fellowship, it was definitely an amazing opportunity. Being able to share that with my brother, it was even more important. Made me feel like, I guess, more a part of it, more closer to it.
We're all one team, we're one fight, and we're pushing forward. We take pride in what we've been through, but we've pushed forward, and we're able to still succeed no matter what we started with. My name is Wanje Davis. I go to Cleveland State University. I am currently a business management major with a minor in operation and supply chain management. I think that fostering love changes the dynamic of foster care. As kids, being in foster care is more so hidden from, or it's more in the shadows. And I believe that this shines light on it and allows us to show them that although this is where we work, this is not where we have to remain forever. We're all one team, we're one fight, and we're pushing forward. And we're able to still succeed no matter what we started with.
My name is Michaela Slayton. I am from San Augustine, Texas. I go to school at Texas A&M University studying psychology, and I'm a part of the Family Fellowship. It's crazy to see like how my peers don't have to necessarily worry about the things I have to worry about, but because of this opportunity, I'm given more of an equal edge with them. All of a sudden, college is like not just a far-fetched possibility, it's a thing I can actually attain. Odds were placed in our way, but we overcame them. It's the biggest blessing ever that you could ever imagine.
I am Isabella Gathers at Rowan University, and I am a Family Fellowship member recipient. I am here in Denver from the 2019 winter trip for the fellowship. I was looking for scholarships to be able to go to college and got the Together We Rise scholarship. It helped me immensely. College, I think it's very important. People go to college to find their place in the world, to do what they need to do.
Honestly, when I first got into this school, I had the money for it and it was fine, but I honestly was worried about everything else. Like I was just like, I come from nothing. Like I don't even know how I'm gonna afford textbooks. I don't even know half of the documents I need to fill out. I didn't know anything, but with the fellowship and having people who are just like, we care, we wanna see you succeed, and having people that are just like on me, that are just like, I hope that this is done. I wonder how you're doing. Do you need anything? Or even just having like stipends for grocery money. Honestly, without them, I don't even know how I would have food in my dorm or just anything. I don't come from anything. So even just working, I worked all summer to save up money before I even knew I got the fellowship. And then when I got it, it felt like a huge burden was lifted off my shoulder. And it was more like support that I needed, because like high school is way different from college. Those people who actually have experience with college, and other fellows who are just like, we're in the same boat as you. We all don't know what we're doing right now, but we're gonna do it together. So looking back at the day that I found out about the fellowship with my other fellowship scholars and just with Robert and Hope, that was honestly the best day of my life. I was the person in the back of the video who was like, wait, you guys are serious? I honestly didn't believe it at first. Like, even then, like I was crying. It was honestly, even now, like I still talk about it to this day, like wearing the fellowship backpack, and I'm like, wow, like this really happened. So that was definitely a life-changing moment. So thank you guys for honestly believing in me, and I'm gonna make you guys proud.
We are a family together. We're stronger together. Help each other in those down times. Celebrate each other in those up times.
You guys have been accepted into the program and will receive the $90,000 scholarship for the next 5 years.
Hi, my name is Kendra Dawson, and I'm a part of the Together We Rise Family Fellows program. And I graduated with my degree in Communication Studies from Loyola Marymount University in 2019.
We all know the statistic Only 3% of us make it to this point. From the moment we step on our campuses, we carry the weight of a probability that says we are almost guaranteed to fail. I said it on day one, and I'll say it again today. This fellowship has changed my life.
Graduates, if you would please move your tassel from right to left. Congratulations.
Thank you to everyone for believing in me and for bringing my life so much joy.
I don't know what to say. You all changed my life.
As far as I'm concerned, the Family Fellowship is the best family I could ever ask for.
And now it's time to announce you as graduates of class of 2020. You did it! Woo!
Hi, my name is Isema Gibbs, Director of Corporate Social Responsibility.
My name is Bernice Stevens, and we're here at Hangar 81 at JFK Airport. We're hosting our second annual JetBlue for Good bike build, celebrating Charles Taylor Day.
Together We Rise is a great charity because it's working to transform how kids in foster care are treated. Not only how kids in foster care are treated, but the things that kids in foster care get. They want to make sure that kids in foster care have new items, and JetBlue can provide those new items. JetBlue is building over 200 bikes in all of our tech ops cities across the country. JetBlue for Good is framed around crew members giving back, and this day is a perfect example how crew members all across the system can give back to kids in foster care.
We've decided this year to put tags on the bikes that say what technician built them and where they built them at. So we hope that they'll understand that this is coming from our heart straight to theirs. I definitely would like to thank our partners, Together We Rise, JetBlue for Good, and all the Tech Ops crew members who helped today.
Hi, my name is Karen Roa. I'm the General Manager for Tech Standards and Crew Member Engagement. We are here today to celebrate Charles Taylor Day, and one of the things that we pride ourselves is in making sure that we give back to the community. So we're not only are we celebrating our crew members, but we're giving back by building these bikes.
Hello, my name is Ray Lothar. I'm an aircraft maintenance technician here at JetBlue Airways. We built these bikes especially today for children in foster care. We used our own tools that we use on aircraft. Even though we work on these amazing airplanes, it felt really interesting and kind of fun to build something as cool as a bike.
We're here at Toyota's Sales and Marketing Headquarters in Torrance, California. I'm Rhonda Glasscock. I'm one of the managers in the Social Impact Group with Toyota. And we just had an event to build bikes for children in foster care with Together We Rise. We had so many employees engaged in this. They just came out by the dozens, and we built 150 bikes. I was so jazzed, and I didn't want to leave. And I think that was the feeling of most employees who were there. The folks who came out to work on the bikes were so excited to be doing this. I think just building something that they know goes to a child who's really going to appreciate it made such a difference. And to be involved with organizations like Together We Rise, it's just so rewarding for all of us. It was so heartwarming and so festive. And the Together We Rise staff came in and made it easy for us. When we do it again, who knows how many bikes we'll build next time.
My name is Amy K. Taylor, and I'm with the Toyota Financial Services Community Relations team. At Toyota Financial Services, we see the needs of foster youth in our community. Over the last 2 days, we built 200 bicycles and then packed suitcases as well as birthday boxes for foster youth and kits for college students as well. On behalf of the Toyota Financial Services Community Relations, I would like to thank all of the Toyota team members and the great supporting staff of Together We Rise that made this event possible.
Hello, my name is Gianna, and I'm the Executive Director at Together We Rise. We're here in Plano, Texas at the Toyota headquarters making 2,000 suitcases and 200 bicycles for children in foster care. Here at Toyota, they had a really special way of putting the bikes together. They're all about quality and assurance, so they had their own assembly line going. Each station would have a different part of the bike, and they would just pass the bike along. It was really cool to see. It's really important for kids in foster care to receive things like our suitcases and the bicycles to remind them that they matter and that someone is thinking about them and cares for them out there. Toyota put extra love into every suitcase they built and every bike they built, and I hope these kids will feel it.
Hello, OCTLA friends. I just wanted to say thank you so much on behalf of my team and the children you're helping inside the foster care system. Tonight, all the proceeds will go to programs helping improve the foster care system. From reuniting siblings who've been separated in placements for a day at Disneyland, to helping kids aging out go to college by tuition support, textbooks, and dorm supplies. From my team to yours, we can't thank you enough. Now take a look inside Together We Rise.
Hi, today we're at Disneyland and today is really fun. I love it today. We went on the Thunder Mountain with my sister Haley and my buddy Christian.
We just have one more thing to tell you. You guys have already all been accepted into the program and will receive the $90,000 scholarship for the next 5 years.
I've just been through so much in my life. For someone to finally believe in me.
Hey guys, I'm Bianca Peters. We're here with Together We Rise, an incredible event here at the Four Seasons in Orlando. We partnered with MetLife. We made 200 suitcases, 100 birthday boxes for those kids in local foster care. They go into foster care receiving trash bags. That's where their belongings go to. And we wanted to fix that. We're giving them duffel bags, including a blanket, dental hygiene packets, coloring books, crayons, teddy bear. Why the birthday boxes are also so important, it's a celebration of their birthday, and it comes with everything that you need in a box, just so that they can just be reminded that they're special, that they're loved, and that their birthday is something to be celebrated. We're so glad that we're able to partner with someone like MetLife, and the fact that they brought so many employees and staff down, including their families, is just something that we're incredibly thankful for.
My name is Alex Ruggiero. I'm a corporate citizenship specialist at AIG. Today we assembled 25 bikes and packed 50 suitcases. I think it's important for kids in foster care to receive these items because it shows that people are thinking about them and people really care. And I think the opportunity to have some of these materials and go into their new experience knowing that people are out there thinking about them is really important and meaningful. I think fun events like this are really important for our company culture because it gives our volunteers the opportunity to come together, wear AIG t-shirts, work together in teams to accomplish a goal, and at the end of the day, be really proud of the work that they're doing for us as a company and for the community as a whole.
I'm Karen Cower, Global Head of General Insurance Production Management Organization. Today we're building bikes for children at foster care. Such great camaraderie across the board. People were having fun, they were helping each other out, great team building exercise. I think we need to just continue these, engagement exercises. I think we can do that. We don't always need to bring the whole entire world together, but I think individually there are a lot of things that we can do in terms of our own team building.
Hello, my name is Joseph Chamness. I'm an incoming investment analyst at AIG. This week we're here for the AIG Global Summit. Today we partnered with Together We Rise to put together gift boxes for foster children. My favorite part of today was putting together the box and picking which superpower the child would receive. Today, the superhero box included fun things like a cape, a mask, pencil sharpeners, erasers, stickers, and many other great items. I'm really happy to be a part of a company like AIG where you have many great opportunities to give back to great organizations like Together We Rise.
Hi, my name is Liz Newell. I'm a program manager on the leadership development team at AIG. Today we partnered with Together We Rise to put together and build birthday boxes for foster children. Giving back to the community is certainly a staple for AIG and one of our core values. And our team is so happy to be able to give our participants the chance to be a part of something like this while they're here with us in New York. I want to thank everyone from Together We Rise and certainly thank all of our participants in the AIG Insurance Academy who spent the afternoon putting together these wonderful boxes.
Hi, my name is Meredith Roberts. I'm the General Manager of Disney Toon Studios here in Glendale. Today we had an event with Together We Rise where we built 25 bikes for foster kids. My favorite part of today was just seeing everyone concentrate, hunched over bikes, even though they're not mechanical engineers, and really trying hard to build these together. We heard today that there were 45 kids with a group home that was ill-equipped for them for Christmas. The timing worked out that we were doing this event and could at least provide 25 bikes. We really believe that the Disney content we make should touch everyone's life. We're getting to help people who are in crisis. We can tangibly touch their life by giving them a bike that's very meaningful to us and to the studio population. I'd love to thank the group Together We Rise for introducing us to your programs and for all the good work you do. I think it's amazing. I think it's been very impactful to our studio, people asking if we can do this again. Hopefully we made a difference in a child's life today.
Hi, I'm Gianna, and I'm the Executive Director at Together We Rise. Today, we're in Glendale, California at the Grand Terminal celebrating Disney's volunteers. Today, we're making birthday boxes to help children in foster care celebrate their birthday. They often go times without a birthday cake or a party of their own. So today, they're assembling boxes to help them celebrate. Today, we're also making superhero boxes. Kids in foster care often suffer from anxiety and low self-esteem. The superhero boxes help them feel strong and empowered and like they can accomplish anything. From my team at Together We Rise, we just want to thank Disney and your volunteers so much for including us on this special day. It was fun to see everyone come together and make such a big impact.
Schwinn is here today to partner with Together We Rise to donate over 60 bicycles to children in foster care in the California area.
Providing children in foster care with a bicycle is extremely important. It's a very turbulent time for them, but giving them a sense of ownership and independence that comes along with having your first bicycle is a magical moment and a memory that they'll cherish forever.
Oh, my favorite moment today was when the kids first came in and got to see the wide variety of bikes that were available for them to be able to pick to build. And then once they put that bike together, they were able to take that bike out, and we had courses for them to be able to ride on and experience the bike and take their first pedal strokes. Just so many terrific moments today.
From my team at Together We Rise, we just really want to thank our partners at Schwinn for making this event happen. We just can't thank you enough for, joining us in our mission and realizing we can all make a difference in a life of a child.
My name is Jasmine Rivera. I am the marketing director at the Chick-fil-A Brea Plaza. Today was our first serve Sunday. We brought the whole team, and basically we took time out of our day, our Sunday, to come together and work on a cause that's greater than just what we do every day in the restaurant. The reason why we chose Sweet Cases is because it was really heartbreaking knowing that foster kids get like these black plastic trash bags as opposed to an actual bag for when they transition. So I felt if we could do something.
Hey Together We Rise supporters, my name is Olivia and welcome to our day-long live stream. Yes, you heard that right. We are going live all day long in honor and in celebration of Giving Tuesday. Now, for those of you who don't know, Giving Tuesday was started in 2012 with a very simple idea in mind. Create a day that drives people to do good. Now, 8 years later, that simple idea has transformed.
So we can go ahead and talk out and say, let's go check on our mural real quick.
I'm going to pass it off to our executive director, Gianna, to tell you a bit more about Together We Rise. And then I'll walk off with my mask. How do you want me to do that, by the way? You want me to?
Mask and off, yeah.
Okay.
All right, stand by for switching screen. Okay, and 5, 4.
I want to introduce you to a key element of today's live stream. We truly do believe that we are better together. We could not do this alone. We need the help of you, our incredible supporters. We really are better together. And as a visual representation of that, I want to introduce you to this amazing mural behind me. Our incredible graphic designer, Jess, will be filling up this mural as donations come in. How does this work? Well, we are going to be tracking your donations and the states that they come from. As you donate, we will fill this map as a representation of how we're better together and how we can make an impact for youth in foster care today on Giving Tuesday. This is the time.
Or you can start wrapping it up.
Oh, sorry. I thought you said you can step out. This is your time to use your voice for good. So come along with us on this journey. Let's be better together, and let's make this Giving Tuesday one for the books.
Hello. It's nice to see you. You look great. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we're here today. I'm here in Brea. You're there in Alabama, correct?
Correct.
How's the Alabama weather treating you?
Crazy. It could be cold one day and hot the other. So
California, sounds like California. It's a little chilly here today, which is nice and refreshing. So thank you for joining us. We want to talk to you today about your background, your education, and your role in the Family Fellowship. I appreciate you joining us. I know talking about being in foster care and just your foster care relationship can be difficult and personal. So I just really appreciate you taking the time to join us today. So why don't we start and just introduce yourself, tell us a little bit about yourself and what your major is and what you're hoping to accomplish in your college education.
Okay. So I'm Hannah Wells. I'm from Alabama, and I'm currently at Wallace State Community College, Huntsville, and I'm just in general studies. So I'll transfer, and I'm going to transfer to the University of Alabama, and I want to do information system business management.
Wow, so big words. Tell us, what is that? What is that? Tell us a little bit more about that.
So it's can be like a variety of things, of course. So a lot of jobs offer, you can do with it. But the main part I like about it is about technology. I love, computers, technology, and so what it would do is I can work in like a business or organization or whatever and help them to make sure they're on the trends of technology, make sure they're using the right, systems and programs and software. So
that's impressive. I remember reading your application to become part of the Family Fellowship and being so impressed with your prosthetic work and the work that you did. So can you talk to me a little bit more about that, the work that you did before you even applied for college or taking that step, and the work you were doing before us?
Okay, so I was with the Gideon MedTech program, and it was with like Dr. Christoph. He's currently in Colorado right now doing some of he's a PA, and he came to Alabama for the Gideon MedTech. So he let us go. I was one of the mentors for sixth graders. I was the only one in high school that was a part of it. And so what we did, we tried to find a way to create a breathing mask for babies, for SIDS and stuff. So we had to come up with all these things, and so it was really interesting. At first I was like, how in the world am I going to do this, with sixth graders? But sixth graders really change, makes you open up your eyes because they're so innocent, and so they really deep think things. And so with me, I was like, they changed my life, with the way I think. And so it was really great. And I'm so, now we're not a part of it. We went to New Orleans and we did we presented all of our things at Tulane University with Johnson & Johnson. And so they took a part of it. And I think now they're working on that. We're not a part of it anymore, but because they bought it out, I guess you could say. And so it was really great. It was a great opportunity to be able to present in front of these, big people. And so it was really great for sixth graders too. So it was really interesting.
Yeah, that was just really impressive when we were evaluating your application, especially, the statistics stacked against youth in foster care going on to their higher education, only 3% graduating from college. So what were you scared going into college and graduating from high school? Were you nervous? What were your feelings once you graduated high school?
So senior year was really, crazy, first of all. My junior year, in the beginning of my junior year or at the end of my sophomore year, that's when I went into the foster care system at 17. And so, one of my local teachers, a lot of the teachers at my school at Locust Fork, they helped me do a lot of things. I was a part of basketball. And so with her, Kathy, that was my foster mom. She's still a big part of my life. And so is her whole family. And so she, there was a lot of uncertainty. I didn't know if I was going to get through high school, but my main thing was I want to graduate from high school. That was the first step to get through. And when they pulled me in and I was with her, I was with her before I was considered foster. I was really considered homeless by the state of Alabama. And so with her and her family, they did everything to make sure I got to that point. And so my first step was to graduate and make sure I was making the grades. Education is really important. And, I encourage everybody, don't ever drop out of, a high school and to continue on. And so with them, they really, really helped me get there.
Yeah, that's a powerful message. Education is important, especially for foster youth, who the statistics are back against, and homeless youth. I think it's extremely important to hang in there and